Hey guys, welcome back. So I think this is the third time I filmed this intro and I realised that the camera wasn't on. But yeah, I say welcome back, but I haven't been back here for about a year, so welcome. Thank you for those of you who are still watching this and still subscribed to my channel. I know nobody wants to be subscribed to a channel that doesn't really put out any content, so thank you for being patient, so patient. I will explain why I have been away and what's been going on, and I'll do that while I'm doing some sort of makeup. But yeah, I think let me just do that. Let me just start with this. I do want to say that the video quality might not be as good as it has been in the past, and the reason for that is I just decided to film today. I think I've been wanting to get back into this, but I've been, I guess, lazy, just setting up the room, with the camera, connecting it to the laptop, making sure the battery is charged, the memory card is, free, got enough space, and I think there were just so many excuses, and today I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to film. I actually was mucking around with a couple of foundations, so my base is already on, and I was doing that without the camera on, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to turn the camera on. So I'm actually just using my iPhone. It's an iPhone 7, so I don't even know what the camera quality is like compared to iPhone 10 or whatever. So I'm hoping it's good. And I've not got a ring light on. I'm just using the overhead fluorescent light that I have in this room. Sitting in front of a mirror, so hopefully the reflection of that light from the mirror onto my face should be enough. And the main purpose really for this video is just to explain why I've been away, what made me stop filming, and not really so much the makeup, but if you have any questions about the eye look that I end up doing, I don't even know what I'm going to be doing, but if you do have any questions about that at the end, then just leave a comment below. I will try and list the products that I'm using down below in the description bar, so just have a look at that if you have any questions about products, and if it's not there, just comment and I always reply, and I will reply. But again, thank you for all of you that are still watching my channel and watching videos that I put out. Thank you so much. Yeah, so let me get going. I am going to be using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I just want to create some sort of eye look. It is going to be more creative than it is wearable, although maybe it will be wearable. I don't know. So I'm just going to get started. I think I've done this step about 3 times already because, like I said, I think I've filmed this 3 times without the camera being on. So I used to say all the time that, I'm struggling with time to put out videos. And yeah, with the newborn, I did have less time on my hands. But I did have time. Like, I was still doing makeup just without the camera on. I was still trying out products. I was still buying products, and yeah, I think I think I just lost the motivation to film, if I'm being honest. And I think what had happened was when I'd started out my channel, it was literally just for a platform for me to be creative. I used to, and I still do, I used to do makeup the way I'm doing it now, and then literally just take it off. It was just a whole therapeutic process for me, and just a way to be creative, really. And what had happened was, with the way YouTube was growing and becoming so popular, that as I was gaining subscribers, I kept looking at that number, looking at the subscriber list, looking at my view count on my videos, and I realized what was gaining more views, and it really wasn't makeup tutorials. It was more reviews, it was more how-to videos. And eventually what happened was I kind of just stopped filming like YouTube videos, and I was trying to just do reviews and how-to videos. And that unnecessary pressure that I put on myself, the whole thing of, oh, you can't do, or you shouldn't be doing makeup tutorials because that's not what's gaining views, it kind of made me lose my I don't know, my motivation to film, my inspiration to film. I don't know what to call it, but basically that was one of the main reasons that I started to feel like it was an effort to film, because it wasn't just doing what I really wanted to do. And I think focusing on those numbers made me lose track of why I'd started at my channel. And yeah, I mean that really was the primary, or the first step rather, of making me less inclined to film. And then as you know, I did have a baby. He's turning 3 soon, so I guess 3 years ago. And I really did have a difficult time, not with the pregnancy, not with having him, but I was just going through so much in my personal life. And I don't really talk about my personal life here, but I feel like I need to, because of what I've done to come out of it completely, I guess. I'm not really going to go into details about what's happened and why, details, because it's not fair on the people concerned. So out of respect for them, I'm not going to share details. I'll just give you a general overview. But basically, when I fell pregnant, there was, in my whole pregnancy term, there's something major going on with family. And it was super stressful. It was super stressful for me, super stressful for my husband. And although us as a couple were okay during my pregnancy, it was just so stressful. It did put a strain on everything, our relationship. And, I say that, and I know my husband will say, no, it never did. But I think something like what we went through kind of does put a strain on every relationship, and more so because it affects us as individuals. And then, of course, I had my son, and I think compounded with everything that was going on, I went through some sort of postnatal depression. The midwife was really good. The health visitor that came home was really good. I was in hospital for a week with my son when he was born, because he wasn't well. No sleep for a week, still stressed about whatever was going on in my life. My milk didn't come through, so I really wasn't able to breastfeed. I tried for a good long time. In hospital as well, I was forced to give him formula because he was starving. He just didn't have enough milk. And I remember there was one morning where he just didn't wake up. He didn't wake up for a feed. He was jaundiced, which meant that he was exhausted anyway. And the strain of having to breastfeed when he wasn't getting milk was tiring him out so much that he literally didn't wake up, and we had to force feed him formula. And even to force feed him formula, I couldn't do it. He wouldn't take the milk from me. I had to get a midwife to come in and feed him, because if it was me feeding him with that cup, the feeding cup that they give you in hospital, he just wanted the boob. So so the midwife had to help me, and it was a whole maybe 15-16 hours before he even cried, because he hadn't cried at all for milk. And it was almost a whole day before he actually cried for milk. And after that, I was trying to breastfeed, but I had to give him the formula. And this might be too much information for a lot of you, but it's really sad how much pressure is on a new mom to breastfeed. Yes, it is the best form of milk for your newborn, but not every mother can. And I know, I went for a talk where I was told that actually every mother can. There is absolutely no reason why there'll be no milk production. Scientifically, every woman is designed to produce milk. And unfortunately, it's just not that case. Yes, we are designed to produce milk, but there's so many factors that go into your milk production that it's just not a simple thing. And breastfeeding in itself is it's not so straightforward as it should be. Yes, it is completely natural. It should be 100% natural. It should be easy. It's not. And I think the pressure that goes with just breastfeeding, it's hard. It is so hard to deal with. But yeah, so basically, when I got home from hospital, I had a newborn. I had the guilt from not being able to exclusively breastfeed. I don't think I slept for a month at least. I was constantly breastfeeding, expressing, feeding him, changing nappies, and doing all the things that newborns need. And I know I'm not the only one out there, so I'm not feeling sorry for myself or anything like that. It's just there was so much going on that I didn't have any mental space whatsoever for myself. And aside from the newborn, I still had the family issue going on in the background. And it really, when I say it was hard, it was so difficult that I think even 2 months after my son was born, so when he was literally 2 months old, I just wanted to leave. I wanted to just move away, go live on my own, go live on an island where there was nothing around me, there was nothing to deal with. And that's how bad it was. It was that bad. Anyway, this whole issue continued for about a year. When the issue was resolved, the effect of it lasted on myself, on the relationships around me, with all the people concerned. The devastating effect was for at least 2 years, and it got to the point where I think that's when I stopped filming. I stopped filming last year when, aside from the pressure of looking at the view count of my damn videos, and bearing in mind, we don't get paid when you're the smallest YouTuber. There's no money in this. And I think what had happened was YouTube had also changed some of their regulations or whatever it was. And so the very, very little that we were making, that got stopped. And I think, it wasn't even the money, but it was the whole thing of everything's going to shit here. And yeah, I think that's how I felt. And it was when I stopped everything that I realized actually YouTube wasn't ever meant to be a career for me, and it still isn't. It's a platform for me to express my creativity. It's for me to do what I love. This is a passion of mine, and it's for me to continue doing what I love. And I lost sight of that. And with everything happening, I think it got to the point where I was just feeling sorry for myself. And I couldn't get out of it. I struggled. I couldn't find a way out. Nobody knew about this. Of course, the people involved knew, but my parents obviously knew. My sister, my family knew, but they were family, and I didn't want to burden them anymore. And I didn't tell any of my friends. I didn't tell any of my friends what was going on. Not because I don't trust anyone. That's not the case at all. My friends who, if they do watch my videos, they know who they are. And they all know about it now, the ones that I absolutely trust. But at that time, I didn't want to tell anybody. First of all, I've never been one to have to talk to people to handle my situation. I'm one that can find a way to deal with things. I'm one that can understand what needs to be done, and I don't like outside input. I instinctively know what I need to do. I just need time and space to figure it out, which of course didn't work this time because I felt like I was stuck. So I can't say I didn't have support, because I never gave anybody a chance to support me. But I was alone. I felt completely alone anyway. I felt like I was trying to look after so many people, not just my son, but so many other people affected, then I just didn't look after myself. And with all the weight loss that I'd gone through previously, I mean, I went through hell and back to lose weight. I gained everything back. I just wasn't happy. I really, truly was not happy. And unfortunately, you end up taking that out on your kid. Like, I took it out on my son. And there was one day when I was so angry with him. He hadn't done anything. He was being a kid. He was 2 years old. He was acting like a 2-year-old. He hadn't done anything wrong. And I lost it with him. I was so angry. And instead of crying, in that moment, he just looked at me. Looked at me hurt and shocked, because I was so angry. I was shaking him. I think I was shaking. I can't even remember. But I think I was shaking him. And that look he gave me literally just made me stop. That broke my heart. Honestly, that look broke my heart. And I thought, what the hell am I doing? And surprisingly, I mean, everything happens for a reason. So one of my closest friends, she's a clinical hypnotherapist. Sorry, I look crazy. I've just looked at myself in the mirror on the camera, and I look mad. But anyway, one of my friends is a clinical hypnotherapist, and I've always been interested in the subject. We used to talk about it all the time. And I always said I'm going to go to her just for a session. I just want to see, what it's like. I know I have childhood issues that I desperately need to sort out. I've mentioned in one of my previous videos, a get to know me video, where I was bullied when I was little. And there was just so much more going on in my life when I was a kid. So I know that would have affected me in some way, shape or form now. So I always wanted to do it. But unfortunately, she lost her husband, who was my husband's best friend. He was murdered, and there was no way she could do this. She couldn't do this anymore. She still doesn't, actually. She still doesn't do this anymore. But I met her partner, so her work partner, came to me to get her makeup done for flyers for this course that she was a trainer now in this field, in this clinical hypnotherapy. Actually, it's called transpersonal regression therapy. And she was a trainer, and she wanted me to do her makeup for her for the flyers. And I was talking to her, and she just looked at me and she goes, you should come to me. You should come for a session. And I was like, you know what? I really think I need to, because I'm not happy. I'm a horrible mother. I felt I was anyway. And I want to change that. It's important to me that my son grows up happy, unaffected by this shit that was going on in my life. And so I booked an appointment, and I had my first session with her. In the first session, I was just talking through most of it, explaining to her about my childhood, what had happened with the family, and I guess everything that was bothering me. And guys, I'm not a crier. If I want to cry, I always do it in private. If I need to cry, I'm in the bathroom crying, in the shower, whatever, but I don't cry in front of people. And I could not stop crying that day. When I went to her, I think for 2.5 to 3 hours, I just cried, and it felt so good. So much of that heavy feeling in my heart and my gut, a lot of it went that day. And that was the first day of a new life for me, I guess. The best way I can put it. I'm not going to talk about the whole therapy thing here. If I will definitely dedicate an entire video to that, because it is the most rewarding, life-changing thing that I have done in my life. And I know there's people out there going through their own crap and looking for answers, looking for a way to feel good about themselves, to feel good about their life, to understand why things are happening the way they happen. And there is a reason, there is an answer. And I will talk about this in that video. I will dedicate a video to that, because I really do feel it can help so many people. I know that since I started my sessions and I talked about it with people here, because people saw the difference in me. I was definitely a different person. And when when I talk about it, so many people have gone for this, and again, life-changing for so many people. So I will dedicate a video to that. But I guess the whole purpose of this video was to explain why I'm not filming, why I wasn't filming. And I'm hoping that I'm back. I'm hoping that I can continue doing this, because I absolutely love to do it. I'm always mucking around with makeup. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see me post videos here and there. I don't always post, but not videos, photos of like new makeup that I've tried. It's on there, and you know that I'm playing with makeup. Honestly, I do makeup and it comes right off. I never have time to film makeup that I'm actually wearing out, because I'm never organized enough to do that. But like now, I just decided to film, and so I set up my station here with my phone. But yeah, I know this is such a rambly video. I do hope that it explains why I've been away. And the reason that I'm back is because mentally I'm in a better place. And also I understand why I started this channel, and I am going to do what I want with this channel. I hope I don't lose subscribers because of it. I will continue to do reviews and things like that, but there will be reviews of products that I genuinely want to review, I want to try out. I don't have a disposable income at the moment because I'm not working. And again, that's another thing that's happened in my life. I'm actually starting out my own optometry practice. That sounds scary. But yes, I'm working on that at the moment. It should open hopefully in a month. There's been a lot of teething problems. I'm cold starting, which means ground up. I literally had 4 walls and I had to work with that. So yeah, I've been super busy with that. My son is in school half day. He's 2 and a bit. He's turning 3 in July. So I say school because it's called the school, but they're not doing maths and English. You know what I mean? So it's Montessori based, so it's a lot of play, learn through play. But yeah, so yeah, a lot's going on. Absolutely a lot is going on. I'm still a practicing makeup artist and a hairstylist. I will always do that. I do not advertise for that. I don't market myself for that. Purely because I love doing this. This is like my zen. When I do makeup, I'm in a happy space. I'm peaceful. I forget about everything, and I want it to continue being that way. And as soon as I make makeup a business, which I found while doing YouTube, trying to think about numbers and trying to make more money out of it and all that stuff, I lose my passion for it, and I lose my love for it, and I don't want to do that. I love makeup. I want to continue loving makeup. And so whatever happens with my channel happens. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it's okay. One person watching this video, great. Nobody watches this video, that's okay as well. I will watch it. Or I'm sure my mom will watch it. But yeah, that's basically explaining why I've been away. I think I should finish this makeup look because I love the way it's turning out. This eye has a lot of dryness here. I feel like I've got eczema here, which is why it's not looking as nice as this eye. But anyway, let's continue. I really wonder how this is gonna look on camera, like once I go to edit, because usually what I think looks good right now looks alright in the mirror, but what I think looks good right now on my camera or on the phone, when I go to edit, not so good. So that's it. Makeup looks done, video's done. Like I said, I really hope that I can do this more often. Please bear with me with regards to the lighting and the quality and all that stuff. I will get back to filming with my what's it called? My DSLR. I truly just wanted to get one video up that would give me kind of psyched to start filming again. So please just bear with me. There may be days when I just do this because really if I remove this backdrop, this is my filming room. If I remove this backdrop, you will see the hot mess this room is in, and yeah, to clear that up, I just don't have the time or the energy. But I will somehow find a way in this space that I have with the mess to film better quality videos. But thank you so much for watching. I do hope you understand why I've been away, and if you have any questions or anything like that regarding the makeup, regarding anything that I've said, please leave them in the comments below. I will do a video regarding the transpersonal regression therapy, explaining what it is, what I gained from it. I've explained why I went, and I will explain everything about it, how it's helped me, how it's changed me. And I think you may also be able to see the change from this video itself. I'm a lot more confident, well, at least I feel a lot more confident in myself. I hope that comes through in the video. I truly a lot happier than I've ever been in my whole life. Not just since post-pregnancy, but in my whole life. And so yeah, there was a lot to gain from this, and I will go through all of that in a separate video. Give this video a huge thumbs up so I know that you're watching, that you like this kind of stuff. And if you do want to hear about that therapy, do let me know so I know that there is a certain number of people out there interested. Regardless, I will make that video, but it's useful to kind of know who's looking for help, and if there's anything in particular that you're looking for help in, I may be able to advise or give my opinion on whether this particular treatment would help you or not, this particular kind of therapy would help you or not, or if there is something alternative for it. Since I've done this therapy, I hate using the word therapy because it's got such a negative connotation attached to that, but it is therapy, it's a healing actually. But since I've done this healing, I am a lot more aware of what is available out there and what works and what doesn't, and I'm happy to say, and I'm thankful the whole process to be able to say that I have been able to help so many more people after as well. So, you know, leave a comment down below if there's anything in particular that you're looking for help with. I think I have an email address listed down below. If you don't want to put it in the comments and you want to message me privately, that's completely fine as well. But like I said, super long video this is, but like I said, I will do a video dedicated to that in the future, near future. At least my next video, I'm hoping. But yes, fingers crossed. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye.